Yeah, the wicked stepmother. Okay. So
That looks like a castle.
yeah, she was pretty funny, and she didn't even think twice about it. She must have had that in her mind right along.
Well, she is so witty, and you just don't, because, her presence is like, oh, this is this really frail little old lady.
Yeah.
Nope.
I think she's full of hell underneath
Yes,
all
she
that.
is. So you'll get to spend some time with them at the wedding. She's hell on wheels.
That's like when I first started going over to my little Jewish neighbor's house, and I tried to be nice, and I was over there one afternoon, and that's when their granddaughter was staying with them, and he let an F-bomb fly, and I started laughing, and he said, "Oh, excuse me." I said, "Look, I worked in a nuclear plant with all military people. I've heard that word more than a few times." And his granddaughter says, "And you'll hear it more than a few times if you stay in here very long." I said, "Okay." And she just laughed. But then the more I got to know him, and I said, "What the hell kind of Jews are you anyway?" I said, "Kosher ham and bacon? Yeah, sure." Then there was something else they said one time, and I said, Do you even remember that you're Jewish? Yeah, sometimes. And yet you just have to laugh. But they're in their mid-80s. They're planning a trip to the Grand Canyon next year.
Wow.
He's been planning it for a year, so he only has 1 year left to plan it. He said, well, if you don't make reservations, a year or two in advance, you can't get in to the hotel that's right in the middle of the Grand Canyon.
Oh yeah, it's right in the base of the
Yeah.
Grand Canyon. You can. I don't know if they still do it, but
Well,
you
they
could-
do, I can tell you, because they were there 40 years ago.
At that hotel.
Yes. And they called and they made reservations, and they said, we haven't been there in 40 years. Has it changed?
Probably
A little
not.
bit.
Well, we when I was teaching, one of the things I learned, we talked about the Grand Canyon, and we found out there was a hotel there, and you could take a donkey ride down to the base of the canyon where the hotel is. Yep.
I don't know if they're going to take a donkey ride or not.
I don't think so.
They have reservations.
Wow.
But, here they are. They can barely get around. And she took a very bad toss year before last. And he had some issues. And they've both been taking out their walkers and their canes and everything and been walking every day because they have to get in shape for next year.
To go on there.
Yeah.
Yep. And I looked at Gail and I said, you're really up for this? She said, look, it'll keep him busy for a whole year. She says, it's worth it. It's worth it. She said, if he's not doing that, he'd be driving me crazy. So this way he has something to do. I said, oh, okay.
Well, Dad and Helen used to cruise. They would, go on cruises. And then she had a double mastectomy. And she has scoliosis. And at Christmas time, it was actually Christmas Eve when I was there. Or Christmas Day. No, Christmas Day. And the next day, they invited Will to have dinner with us. Well, Dad and Helen and I were sitting around and we were talking. She went to go to the bathroom and she came out and she tripped on the carpet.
Oh, I remember when she did that.
Fell head up, face down, knocked her teeth out. And so,
Ouch.
we got her into bed. We made sure she was okay first. Got her into bed and woke up the next morning, and the first thing she was like, oh my gosh, we need to meet Will. That was the thing she worried about the most. So we're like, don't worry about it. And so
He's not going anywhere.
you're not going anywhere, Helen. And she was all bruised up, and so I went and had I met Will at lunch, and then he came over for dessert. So he
spit on her, you'd drown her.
Yep. Do you remember where we crossed over?
Not sure.
In the dark was a lot different, wasn't it?
Right.
You did the GPS.
Wow, look at them enjoying the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Starting route to 10 Geneva Drive.
Wow.
Head northwest on Ocean Shore Boulevard. Then turn left onto Sunrise Avenue.
Left here.
Turn left onto Sunrise Avenue.
That's what it said to do. We don't know our way around from.
From everywhere,
stop
yeah.
sign.
I can understand that.
See, it's going to take us back the way we came.
And do the cutoff that way onto John Anderson Drive.
Yeah.
And we're not too far away.
That's not what I wanted to do.
What did you?
I wanted to go back in the way we went last night.
I think that's where it's
Well, we
taking
could-
us.
I don't think so. If it's telling me to make a left, it's taking us back towards Granada Boulevard.
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I'm going to make a right. I'm going to get back on A1A. Keep heading north and force it to...
At the stop sign, turn right onto Oakley Circle. Then turn right onto Briggs Drive.
You guys are getting a tour.
That's fine with me.
At the stop sign, turn right onto Briggs Drive. Then turn right onto Ocean Shore Boulevard.
Okay, see, and then it wants me to go...
It'd be
back
nice to
towards
buy a
Granada
house,
Boulevard.
one of these houses close to the
Close
beach,
to the ocean, yeah.
and then just have it rented
At the stop
all
sign,
year
turn
around, right?
onto Ocean Shore Boulevard.
Maybe we can find something in here to stay in.
Right?
Yeah, you're real close.
So we can walk to the beach,
This
Miss
is
Lee.
Ormond Beach, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, Miss
Yeah,
Lee.
technically this is Ormond by the sea. It's a little above Ormond Beach.
But still in the same vicinity.
Still in the same vicinity. Yeah, it's the same stretch of beach.
Oh, I don't mind. Look at that. And then they have that thing. What Miss Lee? That's
What?
Turn left onto Wisteria Drive.
Nope. Nope, we're not doing it.
Wow. Look at that.
In 4.1 miles, turn left onto High Bridge Road.
That's
There it
it.
is.
High Bridge Road.
There
Okay,
it
you
is.
were absolutely right.
There we go. Thank you, dear. Now you're in tune.
High Bridge. That's what I couldn't remember the name of it last night. It was
either.
dark. So if you guys stay right along here, you're like 15 minutes away from that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's not bad at all. Look at that, Miss Lee.
Very nice along through here.
And A1A runs along the coast. It would go all the way up through Palm Coast, all the way to Matanzas Inlet,
And then St. Augustine.
and then St. Augustine Beach. Yeah.
When I get a weekend off, I'm gonna go take Ken to the St. Augustine
There you go.
overnight.
Go to eat at O.C. White's.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty.
Go
Got a
on the
house.
carriage ride.
Their house is there too, Miss Lee.
Yeah.
Maybe we can stay one of these houses, huh?
That's what I'm thinking.
Ah,
I bet you there's an Airbnb in here somewhere.
yeah.
Well, the kids got an Airbnb in Crescent Beach, right near the wedding site, and Nicole said it was pretty inexpensive.
colors that the paint they choose though.